I want to do a mom video on just some basic human principles that I think a lot of people nowadays don't even think about. And I'm inspired by the way that people return the kettlebells at the gym. I straightened them out a week ago, put them all in order, and the next time I went in, they were out of order again. Now, I belong to a gym that's mostly like families, middle or upper middle income. It's usually clean. People are, it's not even that busy of a gym. But again, they're left, any which way, and the ropes are put back any which way. And so it's like, whatever happened to honor? Putting things back the way you found them, leaving things better than you found it. And it happens all around. It's happening all around in the world where people have forgotten basic principles of kindness, honor. Some of you have left comments about women who cheat. That is a lack of honor and integrity. Here are some basic principles that everybody should live by. Integrity, honor, keeping your word, being intentional. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you change your mind, let people know. Stand for something. Like, what are you standing for? What are you standing for? What are your own principles that you stand for? Like some of mine are honesty, vulnerability, intimacy, accountability, responsibility. And when I fall short, I really struggle to find out where I fall short. Being kind to other people, being open-hearted, yet also making sure people treat me properly. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I'm aware of these principles. So let me give you another example. When I go into the gym in the morning, I'm supposed to go past the front desk and check in so they know that I was there so they can charge me for the training. And I've been coming in through the back, the other door, but I always come into the front before I leave for the day and let them know I was here for my training so you can charge me for it. And she always says, yeah, I saw that you were there, when I was going through there. I saw that you were there. And I told her, I'm always going to come and tell you that I was here because I want to be responsible and accountable. Responsible and accountable. When I think about these women that are going around cheating on their boyfriends, they're not responsible, they're not accountable, and they're not standing for anything other than me, what do I want? Women throwing themselves at men, groping for sex, feeling entitled, kindness, responsibility, accountability. And these things are being kind of wiped out by permissive parents. Everybody gets a trophy, blurring the lines between men and women, trying to make us all the same, shaming people for having an opinion, and, trying to accept everybody instead of trying to get back to some kind of basic standards. I think what I also want to make a video about is helping young men know what some things they should be doing if a lot of boys were raised by single moms and they didn't get good male role modeling. So in this other video I made about what men need, I should have added Boy Scouts. If you were raised by a single mom, it's especially important, but it's important, I think, good for all boys to go into something like Boy Scouts, where you learn about the wilderness and being sufficient and independent, learning courage, learning survival skills. Some of my clients are hunters. I'm a vegetarian, but I think it's important for men to hunt, or at least learn how to shoot guns and not be shamed about it. They're martial arts, wrestling, some kind of fighting to bring out your masculine strength. And the masculine men, beards are great. I think that shaming this out of boys, they naturally want to do that stuff. They want to go, wilderness adventures, trek adventures. These all get you back in touch with your oomph. and teach you courage, you know, treating the nature with respect, learning how to coexist with nature, leave nature as good as you found it, all those things. You know, what are you standing for? I also this morning saw this thing popped up on my Google, this woman that went viral on TikTok for saying she's going to be single forever because she meets all these men that want to be taken care of. She goes, I'm not going to pick up a man's socks. I'm not going to do his cooking. And I was like, why not? Why not? So I made a post on my Twitter from my other business, and I call myself now the wife experience rather than the girlfriend experience. And it's like, you know, and I said, I'm a traditional woman. I believe a woman should be cooking for her family and fucking her husband. I said a few other things. Like, I really want to take back the role of women, because these masculine men, they want a feminine woman. They don't want a woman to, I mean, you can tussle with them in bed, but don't tussle with them mentally or emotionally and try to be like, compete with them. That's a whole different topic. I think what women really need to learn is that it's an honor to take care of a man in that way. Now, I know a lot of couples, they both do the cooking, and that's fine. But this whole thing of I'm not going to cook, because if you get in the mindset of I love cooking for a man, you're going to attract men who want to provide for you, like these masculine men. They want to provide, and it's kind of like, I am old-fashioned. What I really liked about my marriage was the roles that we had. He was mostly the provider, which let me stay at home and focus on the children, the cooking, the cleaning, the grocery shopping, making sure he had his newspaper, making sure that, picking up his dry cleaning. And so when he came home from work, dinner was ready and we were all there, instead of all, I know a lot of people don't want that, but I want to give a voice to that. Like, I like that, and I still would like that. I will say one thing though, it's so important for women to at least work part-time and keep some career skills, because becoming financially dependent is what makes women have to stay in relationships that no longer serve them. Like a guy who neglects you or abuses you or is an alcoholic, or say he dies, a woman has to be able to provide. Like, you can't be some helpless woman. But a division of labor is really good. By the way, I did teach my sons how to knit, how to sew on a button. My sons love to cook. I think we have to be whole humans, right? Another thing, I'm just going on and on about what's important. We have to take care of our physical health through good food and exercise. We have to take care of our mental health by learning, challenging ourselves mentally, getting out of our comfort zones, advancing in life through learning new skills in relationship, in every area. We have to take care of ourselves emotionally, like feel your feelings. Don't disconnect from them. Know what you feel. Ask for what you want. Don't go off on people. You can't, and spiritually, like a connection with nature or with your church or with meditation or with God. And, sometimes in life people need help in these areas. That's why it's okay to go and ask for help. I think we have to be responsible and accountable. And it's like, what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of person do I want to be? And I think a lot of people today are so more about me, what can I get? And social media has really exacerbated that. Social media has exacerbated that a lot. It has magnified this, and a lot of people can't even really, a lot of young people are losing their ability to interact socially because all they know is their phone. I think it's really important for kids to not have a phone at all for as long as possible, maybe junior high even. They don't need a phone. I think porn has made, porn and the ease of access to sex has made people focus on sex that isn't even how people naturally like it. Rather than feeling how they like it, they're trying to copy. And kids copy everything, and they're exposed to a lot of stuff that is not healthy, I think. And so, where are the spaces that people can find good, healthy leadership? I happen to find a lot of men who are more not on the liberal side. One thing about the liberals I realize is they're really trying to control us. The lockdown, for example. I hope this video won't get a strike for saying that, but we need men to stand up and say, no, you're not going to try to control us. You know, instead of just like caving and putting on their thing. You know, I get strikes for talking about this, but we need people to stand up and question things and not be silenced. What do you stand for? And already, you know, I'm already feeling silenced. So it's working what they're trying to do in some states, not in all states. So I think that men have to let themselves get in touch with their masculinity, whether it's riding a motorcycle, riding an ATV, going to gun practice, going fishing, boating, out in nature, wrestling, martial arts, you know, being in men's groups, like doing archery, you know, like man things. And stay off the porn, guys. That's gonna just lead you down a bad path. Instead, go out in nature, do some fishing, you know. And ladies, it's a great honor to be a wife to a man. You know, all this I don't need a man stuff it's like putting a barbed wire around your heart. You're just gonna miss out on, you know, it's so rewarding to be part of a family, you know, and that is possible, but not by being guarded. When I first heard the word boundaries, I made a wall. Boundaries are not supposed to be walls. They're supposed to be, I'm responsible and accountable for how I treat you and what I let in, and so are you. I'm going to use the words accountable instead of boundary. Boundary to me always signified a wall, and I started building these walls that I'm starting, you know, really looking at and letting down, and it's going really well. It's just better to just go through the world kindly and assume people have your best interests at heart, rather than what do they want from me, are they going to hurt me, just because someone else did that in the past. And that has been, you know, something that I've discovered lately. Anyway, so that's my video for today. What kind of person do you want to be? What values do you hold dear? And then just stick around people who have those same values. You know, if you decided you're going to stop drinking, don't hang out with people who are drinking. If you decide that honesty is one of your values, don't hang around with people who are dishonest. If you decide fitness is a value, don't hang around with too many people who are not fit, or who, you know, disregard their health. Not that they're bad people, but they always say you become the 5 people that you're around the most. And hanging out with more successful people, they bring you ideas about finances and business growth and investing and buying a house and being a parent. So I think it's good to get out of our comfort zone and just like, why am I avoiding making friends? Like me, I don't have any married people as friends. I gotta take a look at that. Why don't I? When I was married, that's all I had. I had no single friends. I need to find some married friends. I've been avoiding that. You know, it's good to actually I do have some married friends, but I need more. I don't have any friends my age. They're all younger, you know. Anyway, that's enough for now. I hope you got something out of this video, and have a great rest of your day.